You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. You've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. I love Mike Pence. If you take all of Biden's fans, divide them by 2, multiply by 5, subtract 1,000, and then multiply that by like 1,000,000, I don't even know what that equals. You'll still be nowhere near my love for Michael Richard Pence. Why do I love Mike Pence? Well, for one, he's the most interesting man in the world. He told a giant man baby no. Have you ever tried to tell a giant man baby no? And we share the same initials, so that's pretty cool. Hashtag Mike Picard and Mike Pence forever. Not to brag or anything, but I just bought the email address mike@pence.com to fire up the troops. So yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that I'm a fan. Go Pence! Oh, I gotta go.
Without further ado, please welcome Vice President Mike Pence.
This is a wonderful crowd. There's some people here that I just simply want to acknowledge. I just deeply admire Governor John Sununu, and would you mind getting on your feet and just letting him know? Wonderful for his example and conservative leadership for America.
Mike Pence, you forgot me. We went to conversion therapy together. Remember when we figured out we were gay?
Okay. Let's
Mike Pence, help me.
Come on,
help me.
This is a private event. Come on.
I'll be in room 329.
All right, come on.
We can do some gay stuff after this. So I get a little bit excited to see Mike Pence. Who wouldn't? It occurred to the security guard and I that I just didn't go far enough to show my love for Michael Richard Pence. So today, in front of Mother, I will let the whole world know about us.
You guys really draw a crowd. So, Mr. Vice President, you've been in this room before, so I think you know the drill. But this is for you this time. I'll have you just sign your declaration. Very good.
Good.
$1,000. That's looks like you're official. If you'd like to make a few comments.
Well, Secretary and to our friends that are gathered here, thank you all for being here. Very humbling day for me and my wife Karen to be standing here in the first in the nation primary state, to be able to put our name on the ballot for the highest office in the land. And I want to thank you for the warm welcome. We want to thank the people of New Hampshire for the way they've opened their hearts and their homes to our family. We're running because we simply believe, with all humility, that I'm the most qualified, most experienced, most tested conservative seeking the Republican nomination.
Mike Pence, are you going to tell them?
We commit our campaign to the American people, and we commit our
Mike Pence and I are gay.
Mike Pence commit our future to
we're gay.
Excuse me one second.
Here's the proof.
Sure.
Mike Pence, I'll admit your John Deere is bigger than mine.
Okay, you want me to work that for you? This is a little bigger than my John Deere.
Come on, let's go. Who are you to put your hands on me?
Hey, this guy. Out.
This is Mike Pence and I. Who wants their pocket-sized photo?
Hi.
Hi.
You're all done.
You want a picture?
No, I'm all set. Thank you.
You
very
sure?
much. Yep.
Are you trespassing me?
Yeah. Right now.
Come on, that was fun.
Well, that's your definition of fun.
That was my definition of fun.
I'm sure it is your definition of fun.
You sure you don't want a pocket-sized photo?
I think I'm all set. Thank you very much.
Damn. Who's here for Mike Pence? Anyone?
None of us.
None of you. Why not? Mike Pence. Mike Pence. You guys are pretty boring.
I outlasted. I spent 30 years in the Air Force.
One day will be exciting.
That's what we all hope for.
George Brown.
Mike.
Mike, how are you?
Good, you?
Not bad.
Can I help you?
Yeah. When the next candidate arrives, we're not going to have any disruptions. Understand me?
Why not?
Because it's disturbing the peace and disorderly conduct, and I will have you charged.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So we're not going to have any of that.
Okay.
If you want to attend, that's a different story, but you're not going to be disruptive, or the same result is going to occur, only it's going to be worse the next time.
Okay.
Got it?
Why you gotta be no fun?
Because I'm not paid to be fun. Okay? Thanks a lot, Mike.
Thank you.
You bet.
Can I come back in?
It all depends on what your intention is.
I want to see Mike Pence.
Okay, you're not coming back in now while the vice president is still there.
So when do I get to come back in?
Once he's gone, if you want to come back in an orderly manner and not disruptive, then you're welcome to come back in. First time you're disruptive, I'm going to have you arrested and you're going to be taken off.
But that's no fun.
Yeah, we're not here to be fun, okay?
I can't take you seriously.
Good, don't take me seriously. Find out, be disruptive and find out how serious I am, okay?
I'm not going to be part of the problem. I'm going to be the whole problem.
I guarantee you your problem is going to be my problem, and if it becomes my problem, you're going to have more than a problem that you can handle. Okay? Have a nice day.
Bye, sourpuss.
Last June, I announced my intention to seek the Republican nomination for President of the United States because I believe this country is in a lot of trouble. I was raised to believe that to whom much is given, much will be required. And with everything our country is facing, I just couldn't sit this one out. But the Bible tells us that there's a time for every purpose under heaven. And traveling across the country over the past 6 months, I came here to say it's become clear to me, this is not my time. So after much prayer and deliberation, I have decided to suspend my campaign for president effective today.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider donating so that I can continue to make content that you love. Heidi ho! I'll translate. Women's rights have gone too far this time. We men are sick and tired of it. No more women's rights.
God arises and
No more. We're together.
You gotta go on. Walk on.
We're together. What did I do?
Please a minute. Over
No,
here.
I'm good.
Go to the other side.
I'm good.
Go to the other side.
I'm good.
I'm telling you to go to the other side.
I just saw that my mic was muted. So thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. I see there are over 400 people here. Thank you all so much for your love and support. I don't know if my audio is coming in clearly. That you just saw. Just saw of the next video. My intention is to release it next, which is but I have a lot going on in between now and then with school, with other things as well. I have another trolling project I have coming up this week, which I will get to in just a minute. That video that you just saw was the men's march that I did in DC. They came to Boston, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I got interviewed by the Boston Globe, and I even made it onto the cover photo. The Boston Globe. Let me put that up right now. Here we go. That is me in the suit on your right-hand side. On the left is the leader of the men's march. And, in the middle, my handmaiden, who played the role to perfection. Been telling reporters that women have had it well for way too long. And I had a lot of fun at this rally. It was a lot of fun. To the police in Boston, you guys suck compared to the police in DC. They're no fun whatsoever. I rate you an F. And just some other news from the last video in DC. I know some of you are still waiting on a personalized video, as well as a one-on-one video chat with me. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I plan to start that, and I will email you on the week of the 13th. I've had a lot going on. My grandfather recently passed away. I had that to, I was focusing on that. So I haven't forgotten about you guys. Again, I will email you guys week of the 13th to plan a time where we can do a one-on-one video chat, or I can get you the personalized video. Thank you guys in the comments for love. It was a hard loss for me because, I'm very close to my grandfather. But I just wanted to let you guys know why I haven't gotten you guys that video yet, but I will. Without further ado, let me get to the reason why we are here today. This week, on a troll, epic proportions, tell you where or when or who, but I can tell you that it's going to be fantastic. I can't tell you these things because it would alert people, that might ruin the troll, unfortunately. So you guys know my work. You guys know that I do a good job. If you feel inclined, please feel free to donate. These trolls cost money, whether that be airfare or um, transportation, places to stay. That all adds up. So I am going to put on the screen all the information you need to donate. know if you guys can see this. Basically, the information is also below. I'll actually make it a little bit easier for you to see the donation links. Just give me a second. Here are the donation links. You could either donate through, YouTube or use these donations. If you guys donate through YouTube, I don't get the donations immediately. They come out at the end of the month. So if it would be helpful to get the donations immediately through PayPal or Cash App. Here are the QR codes to each, as well as the links to it. And for your donations, $1 through $49, you get my sincere thank you and what's going to be a spectacular video. For $50 through $99, at a personalized video from me, spectacular video, and my thank you. It's scrolling on the screen below. 100 plus, you get a personal video plus video credit, and anything over $200, you get video credit as well as a one-on-one video chat with me. Again, if you guys are just joining, I will be doing a troll this week. I can't tell you when or where. I wish I could, but that would alert people to what I'm doing, and it might ruin the troll. So, really looking forward to doing this. The trip is going to cost around $731. Between flights and accommodations, as well as transportation as well. It's going to be it's a little bit costly, but it's the video is going to be worth it, I promise. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll get to as many as I can. See some questions coming in. Thank you, Patriot. Checking for updates right now. Feel free to questions to me, and I will answer them as best as I can, as many as I can. Great question. Why? The reason why you should donate is because make you laugh. I have a pretty good track record of doing that. That's why you should donate to the professional douche. I have a lawyer at the ready when I do get arrested. Yeah, I do have a lawyer on retainer. I did see that video. It was a good video. I appreciate everyone who covers my videos and reacts to them because that ultimately brings more viewers here and more subscribers. So I appreciate all the support that I get. For donating $5, I appreciate it. Again, guys, any amount helps. You know, it all adds up and it all helps contribute. So thank you guys again for donating. Any amount helps, like I said. Guys, too, thank you guys for all your love and support. It means the world to me because I wouldn't be here without you guys. To send in your questions. Guys, for your donations on Cash App. Really do appreciate it. Again, if you're just joining, I am doing a troll this week. I can't tell you when, where, or who because person might be alerted to it and that would ruin the troll. But I can tell you that it will be spectacular. You know, the more content that I can produce, the more subscribers I will get. And you know, I love all your support. Thank you guys so much. Biden would have to have Joan Biden. Said Joe Biden. Anyways, I would love to troll Joe Biden. Um, there's the whole issue of Secret Service, and he doesn't have any events, so how can I troll him if he doesn't have events? Thank you so much for the donation, Tara. I appreciate all your love and support. Again, I'm aiming to get that video out by the end of next week on Sunday, November 12th. But that just depends because I have a lot going on that week. For instance, I have work stuff. I have be traveling. I can't tell you where because again that would ruin the troll. Then I have to go to then I'll be going to Chicago to visit my future girlfriend. So that weekend. So I'm aiming to get that video out on November 12th, Sunday, November 12th. That might be pushed off a week. Again, this is the trolling the men's march against abortion in this time. And I appreciate your love and support. I know I will be at 100K soon. Uh, Honestly, I'm very humbled by all the support that I've been getting from you guys so much. It really means the world to me because, like I said, I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thought that in the beginning I was doing these videos because I really enjoyed them, enjoyed making them. I never thought that 88,000 other people too. You know, that's just mind blowing to me. Thank you guys again. Just looking at comments, guys. Right now we are at let's see. We're at about $300 right now. And the live stream basically just started. Let's see, the live stream has been going on for about 27 minutes. So thank you guys for all your donations so far. I'm going to go back to answering questions now. Feel free to number 7. Feel free to send in your questions. This is a great, great question. In the Matt Gaetz video, mm, so in the Matt Gaetz video, before I enter the room with the doll, I put a thumping heartbeat, and that was true to life. My heart was thumping, like it was racing a million miles a minute. Like my heart was like pounding, nervous. But then, you know, I just reminded myself, this is for my fans, this is for my audience, so let's do it. I didn't come all this way to do it. So, you know, the same thing with the Trump arraignment in New York was shirtless, just wearing overalls, and that's it. Myself a 5-minute pep talk before I could get into character. Here's something that not many people know about me. I'm naturally introverted. You know, when I play a character, I'm fine, but it's moment where you're getting into character that, you know, it's just awkward. You know, you're walking up to this rally, just wearing overalls, and you know, there's no context. Just it's awkward. You know, I'm naturally introverted. People think that because of my YouTube channel, I'm extroverted, but I'm not. You know, I love being around people, but I also get my energy from being alone as well. Keep up the great questions. I can't troll George Soros. He pays the bills. No, but on a real note, I don't think that he does events. I mean, I could be wrong. I've never looked it up before, but I don't see really many events with him headlining it or whatever. That might be something that I would consider in the future too. No other way to put it than that he's faded into obscurity. Honestly, I rarely smoke weed. Many people are under the assumption that that's how I stay calm, but I don't smoke weed much. The last time I smoked weed, I think, was sometime in 2022. Whenever I get high, I get, super paranoid from it, and, um, it's just like I remember this one time, I was in a hotel, or I was coming back to the hotel room. I was in Denver, and I saw the words, "screen" on top of, the door of my hotel room. I was nervous as hell because I thought that meant, like, FBI would be, like, screening the room for drugs or something like that. I get super paranoid uh, when I'm high. And what made it worse is that my key card got demagnetized and I couldn't get into my room. So I was, like, super paranoid that I was about to get arrested or something like that. Even though weed is completely legal in Colorado, mm, and it made no sense, but, I get super paranoid when I'm on weed. Keep sending in your questions, guys. I love answering your questions. Exactly, hold on. Exactly, more states should take after Colorado. I'm of the opinion that weed should be legal wherever, people wanna consume it. I've thought of, trolling Kennedy, and I will if I get the opportunity to. It's just our schedules have never have conflicted. Now I am, majoring in English, and then my plan is to go to law school after I graduate. I've of hiring bodyguards. It's just the fact that, some people, I guess I would hire a professional bodyguard, who knows how to keep their cool. I think that just having a bodyguard though sort of escalates the situation a little bit. Plus there's liability on me for the actions of the bodyguard if I hire him. It's called vicarious liability. Might have heard of the case where Justin Bieber, a bodyguard, I think his bodyguard, pushed or punched or something a paparazzi. Um, Justin Bieber faced liability for that. That's my hesitation about uh, um, hiring a bodyguard. I try to get out content as much as possible, and I'm gonna start needing to hire a video editor, so I could start getting content out faster. I've always prioritized quality over quantity, because I think that's what you guys have come to expect from me. You expect better quality videos than um, and not poorly edited content that comes out faster. I love these types of questions. I would say my inspiration, um, at least my comedic inspiration, is Sacha Baron Cohen. I absolutely love his work as Borat, Who is America, Ali G. I think he's absolutely amazing, and I would love to work with him one day. So if any of you have connections to Sacha Baron Cohen, hook a brother up. How did you know I live under a bridge? Thank you, but I have no political aspirations. I just like to troll politicians and political events. So sadly, I will not be running for president. As I game, I used to game a lot more, but not really much anymore because I don't have time. I used to love it, but I just don't have the time anymore. Maybe one day again. Consider myself solely an auditor. I do um police departments sometimes. You guys have seen my videos. You've seen them, like, how the police violate the First Amendment. But that's not all I do. I guess I would consider auditing as well. These troll videos auditing as well, because you're checking to see whether people really believe what they say they believe. In other words, people will say that they First Amendment, but then as soon as another opinion comes, they want to shut it down. What I've seen, experience, both the left and the right, the same thing. They want only their voices heard, and they want government to shut the other side up. It's been my experience. I've been to left-leaning rallies. People have trashed my signs, ripped up my signs and assaulted me for something as simple as saying we support pineapple pizza. I don't get the hate for pineapple pizza, but there's some visceral reactions out there about pineapple pizza, that's for sure. It's dangerous to be a lover of pineapple pizza. So you guys can donate on either YouTube by using a sticker, or you can donate on both PayPal and Cash App. Here are the QR codes to both PayPal and Cash App, respectively, as well as the links. Thank you guys again so much for your donations. Getting an update. $400 now, so thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I'm gonna continue answering questions, but before I do that, this live stream is because this week I will be uh, trolling, and I need your help to do that. The trip is going to cost about $731 for airfare, transportation once I'm there, and accommodations as well as food and stuff like that. These uh, trolling isn't free, unfortunately. It all adds up. Like I said, whether that be airfare, transportation, hotels, have you. They all add up. And do this without you. And I would like to thank you so far, all your love and support. Any amount helps. You can see in the ticker, scrolling at the bottom of your screen, the links to PayPal and Cash App, as well as what you get for your donation. And I can't tell you where, when, or who I'm trolling because would alert them that would probably alert them and that would ruin the troll. And I'm guessing you guys don't want that. You would rather video of me trolling. So you guys know my track record. You guys know that I do my best on these videos to make you guys happy and laugh. So thank you for the donation, Mike Lightyear. Oh, enjoying pineapple pizza could be so dangerous until I started enjoying pineapple pizza. Thank you for all your support, guys. Back to your questions. Size 8.5. Did in fact chip in $50. So thank you to George Soros for this next mission. I've actually never been to Canada yet. I would love to come to Canada though, but I heard it's pretty dry politically. There's not much political extremism going on there. That's what I heard anyways. Let me know if I'm wrong. I used to own a dog. Her name was Abby. She was a Brittany Spaniel. I had her since I was a freshman in high school. Had to put her to sleep, unfortunately, back in 2018 as her arthritis was just getting too bad, and that wasn't any way to live life. So she was a good dog, and I miss her a lot. Um, I would say the biggest celebrity I met was Derek Jeter. I actually had uh, not breakfast, but lunch with him. Hold on, let me find it quickly. Prove to y'all that I did. And here we go. Is me with a few friends and Derek Jeter. Exactly what this is in reference to. If you're talking about the preview in my video, then I was in Boston. Sure what exactly this is in reference to. Imagine that I'll keep trolling once I become a lawyer, but I'm not positive. Imagine that I will be really busy lawyering. So, I might cut back on content, but I'm willing to do that if it means my goal when I become a lawyer is to help people who've been wronged by the law, especially those who have been wrongfully convicted. I mention this to you guys a lot, but it happens. People get wrongfully convicted more than you might think, and I just want to help. Be a part of putting an end to that. So if you guys are just joining, I'm doing a troll this week. That's why I'm doing this live stream now. It's money because these trolls aren't free. They cost money in airfare, gas, trains, transportation once I'm there, accommodations and stuff like that. So I can't tell you when, where, or who, but you guys know that I make spectacular videos and you shouldn't expect anything video because it will be spectacular. I have my goal set high for this one. Thank you for the donation. And here are the donation links on your screen. You could either use the QR code or the link to to donate. And below on the ticker, you'll see what you get for your donations. If you donate between $1 and $49, you get my sincere thank you and a spectacular video. $99, a personal pre-recorded video. $100+, a personal pre-recorded video plus video credit. $200, live one-on-one video chat plus video credit. So Scarecrow wants to know if there are any Brits on this live stream right now in the comments. People mention this to me that I should live stream my trolls, and that's a format that I would consider. The only issue is in a lot of places, the cell phone, live streaming it on a cell phone isn't the best quality. You got cell phone reception issues. It's just very grainy on a cell phone. Unless you're in a 5G area. And even then, it's probably, not the best quality. I prefer GoPro because I can film in 4K. And also, you don't get that issues with sound or anything like that. Plus, at these rallies, there are dead. How can I describe it? There's dead time, I guess I would say, where there's nothing happening. That might bore a lot of people. So I just prefer to stick to GoPro, although it is something I will definitely consider. Thank you all for your donations so far. Reached $400. And I will, whatever I don't get, I will fund the rest. But if I do get anything in excess the goal, I will use it for future. So I actually haven't had any GoPro stolen or anything like that. Well, I have, but I've gotten it back. But I haven't had anything like outright taken from me that I didn't recover. Um, really gone through many GoPros. I have, however, I'll use my GoPros for police interactions as well, and sometimes the police like to confiscate it, so I've had to get other GoPros as backups. Right now, I have GoPros. Here's my main GoPro right here. This is a GoPro 11. My other one is in my room, but this is my main GoPro, and I like this one a lot because it allows me to. It has a larger sensor, which means I can format for both portrait and landscape at the same time. I can use one video for both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So that's what I like about the newer GoPro. I have had, like I said, cops confiscate GoPros before, which just means I have to buy a new one. But I have three, and I use two of them as backups just in case. To join Spice Girls, name would still be professional douche. He probably did remember me the first time that I trolled him. Especially maybe not at first, but especially when I started mentioning that he and I are gay. Um, because my last video with Mike Pence, I asked him straight out if he remembered the time that we figured out we were gay. So I think he does absolutely remember me. And now that I've done it a second time, he probably has nightmares about it now. But yeah, I've had quite a few officers saying that, what I've exposed in my videos um, aren't how police should act, and they appreciate me um, bringing it to light because say it just makes the good officers look bad. And the more it's exposed, mm, the better. I have had, but I have had, you know, a few officers come up to me in private, but nothing substantial. Favorite YouTuber off the top of my head, I would have to say I love Legal Eagle. I also love CoffeeZilla. I love that he exposes fraudsters and stuff like that. So shout out to both Eagle and CoffeeZilla. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for your love and support. Met Eric in, I'm trying to remember, I think it was 2018. I've only met him once. And I think it was in 2018. I actually went over to his house when I was in Denver. Mm, and we did a live stream together. Mm, He actually, back then, I probably had like I'd like to say that I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. Um, but maybe I had a little bit over 1,000 subscribers, and once he we did a live stream together. My subscriber count started shooting up a little bit. Mm, Eventually I had like 10,000 subscribers. It's the first 1,000 subscribers that are the hardest to get. It seems like it takes a tireless work to get just 1,000 subscribers, but once you reach that, it's by no means easy uh, to get more subscribers. But once you reach that, it just seems to get a little bit easier and easier. Thank you, Eric Brandt, for featuring me on one of your live streams and helping me get some over that initial 1,000 subscriber hump. I miss going to Swampscott a lot. Those were fun days. I was in the UK back in 2018. I don't really do anything overseas except, just travel and enjoy myself and learn about different cultures and stuff like that. But yeah, I would probably consider, trolling in the UK if that's what you mean. But yeah, I was in the UK back in 2018. It was actually got there a day before summer solstice. I went to Stonehenge to watch the summer solstice. Cool. But it was exhausting as well because we traveled all night to get there. We ended up getting there at I'd like to say, by we I mean it was Steve and I, as well as a few other friends. Mm, We went to Stonehenge. I think we got there at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. We ended up trying to fly the drone at Stonehenge, but um, I'd like to say it was private security or the police there confiscated the drone while we were on their property and gave it back to us when we left because apparently it's a militarized area. But we talked to the cops and no one could tell us whether it was okay to fly a drone there or not. Yeah, I've heard that quite a few times. I'm glad I have such a soothing voice to you guys. Play Drone Henge. I am actually of Italian descent. I'm Italian, Swedish, and French. I'm not really ticklish. I have a very high pain tolerance as well. What kind of party are we talking? I don't know that I've had a weird job. But I will tell you that I've been asked by I've honestly been asked by quite a few people to film. I'm not even kidding you when I say this. I wish I was. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but asked by people, them having and it's just like a weird request. Like I'm not interested in that sort of thing. Um, I don't know why people got that idea that I was. Yes, I make videos, but what am I gonna do? Am I gonna like, job, guys, but can we film it again this time with a little more passion, please? No, thank you. So if you had any thoughts about asking me, please don't. That was the weirdest request I ever had. Thank you guys so much for your donations. Let me get an update. Okay, we're at about $500 now. Thanks so much for all your love and support. Again, this is the live stream uh, to troll an event this coming week. I can't tell you when or where, who, because that would alert them, that I'm coming to troll them, and that would just ruin the video. So, um, I would actually love to come to and troll Sarah Huckabee Sanders. That I think that would be fun. Um, Thank you so much for your donation. I will keep up all the work that I'm doing. See no reason not to. You guys have just been so great and supportive. You guys deserve that. You guys deserve it. please feel free to reach out to me. If you guys want to reach out to me, my email is Michael, Michael, Card, CARD. It's .co, not .com. So Michael at Picard.co. Thank you again for your donation, Matthew Adams. I smoke marijuana sometimes. I don't really vape, although I have before. Mm, But I don't smoke cigarettes or anything like that. I barely even drink. You know, I drink socially. That's about it. Mm, You know, it's just I'm trying to live a healthier life. You know, alcohol isn't healthy, so I don't drink so much anymore. I actually did troll Nikki Haley. Um, it was the day that I trolled Mike Pence at the New Hampshire Secretary of State. She also came to the Secretary of State's office. And, I trolled her as well, and that will be coming. A video will be coming out on that at a later time. Mm. Yeah, I had fun. Her staff kept following me around, and I just started trolling him as well. And Rod Weber was actually there too. So her staff was following us both around, and I actually started trolling him so that Rod could give him the slip, and it was successful. He had one job to do: look after Rod. You know, he lost him. Guy. The donation, and no, I'm not familiar with him, but I'm gonna look him up after this live stream. Wi-Fi password is professional douche. No, I'm not kidding. Never trolled. Actually, I take that back. I did get a hold of Alex Jones' phone number, and I may or may not have drunk dialed him like 3 or 4 times and left voicemails saying that a top secret government informant news about the droids. And he blocked me after that because now if I call him, it just goes straight to voicemail. So he blocked me. Um, but in person, no, I haven't trolled Alex Jones. Mm, I want to, and I've been at least one event where he's been at, but I never got to see him. And that was the Stop the Steal March back in like November 14th or 15th of 2020. When Steve and I went down to DC. You must be a Nigerian prince who wants to send me $1.5 million to store in my bank account. So I will get that right over to you. I would love to troll Ted Cruz, but I haven't had the opportunity yet. In just 1 second. Not gonna show you his actual number. Will show you that I have his contact information saved in my phone. You can see Alex Jones right there. I'm not going to give you his contact information because I'm not into doxing people. Contact information. He has me blocked. It's no fun. I was just trespassed from that location until Pence left because if you listen to the officer, he said I could come in. Um, Actually, it wasn't an officer, it was a security guard. He said I was allowed in after Pence left. He just kicked me out while Mike Pence was at the location. Just an FYI, Scientology is always a group that I've wanted to troll, but I just haven't yet. But stay tuned, I'm sure I will troll them and get them mad and get them to harass me sometime in the future. Other burning questions. I'm probably gonna I'll give it another 10 to 20 minutes. Thing I will never do again. Good question. Thing I will never do again is show up at Diana Plus's Airbnb. That was a one-time thing. I probably can't top that. You know, it's funny, yes, but you know, upon further reflection, it was probably a little too much. Mm. And so I would never do that again. Yes, I do. Anna Poss actually called me a terrorist for about her Airbnb. She live streamed about it later that night. Just something I would that was funny in the moment, I guess. Something I would never do again. I can't honestly say I've been asked a lot of questions, and I can't honestly say that I've ever been asked how big my hand is, so and I don't know, is this big? You tell me. I don't know how to answer that question. Thank you, that means a lot to me, Torque Auditor. I never imagined that I would even be a YouTube personality, to be honest with you. Mm. It's wild to me. I think you're the best too, she first. They're not action figures, they're collectibles. No, honestly, for the longest time, I couldn't imagine myself, like, being in front of a camera. I liked behind the camera and filming as well as, editing. I love video editing. It's a lot of fun to see something come together like that and to be a part of that. But for the longest time, I didn't imagine, you know, I didn't imagine that I would be a YouTuber. And it's pretty humbling that support that and love that I've received, and thank you guys so much for that. It helps me. As I mentioned earlier in the live stream, you know, I'm more of an introvert. You know, not a lot of people know that. They just assume that I'm introverted because of my videos. Mm, and that's when I play a character, I'm extroverted. But myself personally, I'm more introverted, and what's really helped me, build confidence is activism, you know, putting myself out there, and, you know, it can help you guys too if that's what you wanna do, like, activism is a great way to build confidence because, you know, you're forced to be out in front of people, you know, and it just the more you do it, the more confident you become. So I never imagined myself to be a YouTuber. This was quite and it started back in 2015, I would like to say. Before this, I would make posts on Facebook about how messed up things were. And I quickly realized that you're not going to change people's minds by making a Facebook post. I started doing activism and I started showing people, police misconduct and stuff like that because it was and still is prevalent. There are a lot of bad officers out there. A lot of not just officers, but government employees who abuse their position. That's something I'm passionate about being a light to. Is when officers screw up, it can change someone's life forever. They have that power. And if I can be a small part of helping show that not only are we not as free as we suppose, because I've been arrested numerous times, something that we all shout that freedom of speech. And then as soon as another opinion comes, they want to shut that down and they want to go to the police and say, get him out of here or arrest him or, he shouldn't be here. So really what they're all about, what a lot of people are all about is freedom of speech only if they agree with what's being said. So I started showing that. It was quite by accident. I didn't expect to get this large a following. By your guys' comments that, I'm your favorite YouTuber content creator. Thank you guys so much. Great question. I don't listen to punk. Background, I grew up in a very musical family. My father and grandmother on my mom's side were pianists. Traveled the world playing concerts. My aunts from my mom's side are or were opera singers. My cousin, mm, he's a guitarist and he's a music producer out in LA. My mom, she played the violin, the cello, and the piano. I play the piano. I come from a very musical family. I remember since I the put it. I remember my mom playing at dinner time classical music. Since then, I've grown to love classical music. It's very peaceful. It great music, classical music. I like Brahms, Beethoven, but also um, I love EDM. So my music is very much depending on my mood in the day. But I have a large variety of music that I like. My grandmother actually played with, she actually played the violin with Frank Sinatra at a fundraising concert to build a hospital in Italy back when exactly the time period was, but played the violin with Frank Sinatra. I love Frank Sinatra. I love Louis Armstrong. I love Bublé. I have a wide variety of music that I love. Love Zod by Rimsky-Korsakov. He's a Russian composer, or he was a Russian composer. Get like 5 to 6 hours of sleep on average. Favorite color, as probably seen in some of my videos, I like to wear an orange hoodie. I love the color orange. At me with your questions. Loved Christmas time. It's a beautiful time of the year. It's a beautiful time of the year. I love it. Comments what your favorite is. This is an easy one. In July, when I was in South Carolina, for the first time, I had a pub sub. And in case you guys don't know what that is, I recommend you try it. From Publix, you know, they make amazing thing subs. I had a think of the name right now. a chicken tender sub, and it was just one of the best subs I've ever had. Just a matter of of the available content. Like, I try to post more often, but it's a matter of there being rallies that I can go to and then turning around that video and posting it. I don't set out to make an 8-minute video, but if that's all the content that's available, then, I'm not going to extend it where there's not more content, where it's not quality content. Best for you guys to best for you guys to put out the best quality content the least amount of time. It's just a matter of the availability of rallies, turning that video around and posting it. Emily does not like my videos, and that's all I will say about that. Cheesecake. Going to the Cheesecake Factory and getting chocolate mousse cheesecake. Ever go to my hotel room? Like to know. Old Spice. Indeed live. This question. My favorite hobby, I love doing fun type activities, like I like skydiving. Before the whole pandemic thing, I was on my way to getting my solo skydiving license. I had times, and then the pandemic happened, closed down the place out where I was for my license. I haven't picked it up ever since, but I want to again and get my solo skydiving license. I like doing activism. I find it fun to do activism. I do enjoy video editing. I enjoy. Here's another thing. Another goal of mine is to get my private pilot's license as well. What's I really enjoy adrenaline packed stuff. I find flying a plane to be one of the most fun experiences, especially in a smaller plane where you can like feel everything. I swear I was almost turning it at the first time I flew a plane myself, I flew in a Cessna 172. It was just one of the most enjoyable experiences ever. Of course, the first time I white knuckled the yoke, which you're not supposed to do, but it was a lot of fun. Mm. Can feel everything, and turning is just like remind myself that planes want to stay in the air. So, um, I love flying. One of my biggest passions is traveling. I love to travel. I've been to about 30 states so far, and I've been all over Europe. Been to Italy. I'm probably gonna miss a few here, but I've been to Italy and UK. I've been to Norway, Sweden, Denmark. Let's see what else. Mm, Ireland, to but I'm probably missing a few, but that's just off the top of my head. My next goal, I went to the last time I was in Europe was in 2020. It was right before the pandemic. Uh, you know, the news started talking about closing down countries, so I cut my trip short, but I had planned on going further east into Germany and stuff like that, but get the opportunity to. I also want to visit Normandy. I was in France at the time. I left early. I actually went to Paris because visit the Louvre. That was my second time visiting the Louvre. Never been inside yet. And the day I got to Paris was the day that they shut down the Louvre because of COVID. That's something I've always wanted to do but haven't done yet. My next goal is to go to Egypt. I would love to go to Egypt. I would love to go to Jordan, Israel, all over the Middle East. Now, DB Cooper. Go to a few museums. I plan on going to the Riverwalk, maybe a hike. If you guys have any recommendations, places to visit while I'm in Chicago. Funny story, I actually had a plan to go to Chicago back in 2022, but I got sick immediately before the trip and I wasn't able to. The reason I was going to Chicago, it's safe to say now because past. The reason I was planning to go to Chicago was to troll Westboro Baptist Church because they were going to be in Chicago for an event. But unfortunately, I got too sick. I was throwing up, just couldn't go. But I still do plan on trolling Westboro Baptist Church in the future. I always say that my favorite place to visit in Europe is Italy. I absolutely love Italy. Here's a picture actually of my last trip to Italy. I flew into Naples, kind of like the armpit of Italy. Go there to visit Naples. I just flew into Naples. Um, into Naples to visit the Amalfi Coast. Is this 4-mile hike hiking the Amalfi Coast. of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen. It's the path of the gods. It has it that the Greek gods traveled the path of the gods. That's why it's called the path of the gods. Save Odysseus and the sirens. Here is a picture of the path from the path of the gods. Absolutely beautiful to hike this trail. I will say that makes it seem like an easy path, and it really wasn't. I was ill prepared. I had a 50-pound bag on me, which really didn't help much. Making a video at the time, so I decided to bring all my video equipment. That was just the smartest idea. It is a spectacular path. At 50, it was probably more like 30. Exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, it wasn't helpful to carry all that on my back. It was at the Coliseum. It was actually this was back in 2009 when I went to Rome with my aunt and uncle and my mom. The day we went to the Coliseum, it was closed for the day, so I didn't get to go in. But I do have plans to visit Rome again. I want to plan another trip to Italy, probably sometime in the spring of 2024. Goal of mine would be to get in better shape to hike the Dolomites in Italy. Before joining this live stream all the way from Athens, I wanted to visit Greece as well. It's a looks like a beautiful country. We are at about 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes. Start closing down the live stream. If you guys have any remaining questions, I'll be on here for like 10 more minutes. The Dolomites is a mountain range in northern Italy. About to show you guys some pictures of it. Just so you guys can see a little bit of what it looks like. It's a beautiful area in Italy. Actually, there's a place in the Dolomites that looks exactly like Mordor. If you guys have ever seen The Lord of the Rings. There are some pretty cool areas of the Dolomites that I want to visit. Anyway, Jesse, thank you for the $20 donation. You guys want to donate in the remaining 8-ish minutes of the live stream remaining, here is the QR codes for both PayPal and Cash App. Link to PayPal and Cash App are below the QR codes. Hit me up with any remaining questions that you guys have, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I have not worked with Walter Masterson, but he's been at a few events that I've been to. Like, for instance, the Trump arraignment in New York and Trump's arraignment in Miami and Trump's arraignment in Atlanta. It was the Fulton County Jail. Again, when I release content, it's a matter of opportunity. You know, first, there has to be a rally that I control, and the same goes with the left. The left has to have a rally I control. I will tell you that I think it was back in late September, I tried to troll a Democratic fundraiser here in Connecticut. Senator Blumenthal was there. Connecticut Governor Hunt was there. Michigan Governor, what's her name? Can't even remember. Whitmer was there as well. I tried to troll that event, but someone recognized me and security surrounded me and escorted me out. It was actually pretty funny though because this event took place at the Stamford Hilton, which is a huge they have a huge property in Stamford, and their garage is huge. It's multiple levels. I forgot where I parked my car. I had to go security, and I had to go level by level, and I was trolling them the entire time. So I will release that. I actually told one of the state troopers they're gonna arrest me to use the furry handcuffs instead. You know, and security just busted out laughing at the state police. You know, I told state police that I needed to 10 of their best and brightest officers to initiate a grid search to find my car. Um, you know, they were just we finally found it after like some searching for it. I'm not even kidding you. Took 30 minutes to find the car. And when we finally found the car, I started jumping up and down with security because we were so happy to find the car. That I don't really. Okay, I'll answer this one last question. I haven't heard anything about Super Happy Fun America since I trolled them back in May, May 13th, something like that. It was funny because they actually went to a Trump event back in April and made it all the way in the second row, and I was ready to troll Trump himself. Two people from Super Happy Fun America, who I've trolled extensively, recognized me and reported me to private security and Secret Service, which made it impossible for me to do my thing. So I decided, why not troll them? And so they had an event to protest fake news. So I was like, why not spread fake news about them? And little did I know, you know, some of the things that they saying, outlandish things like racism isn't real and slavery never happened, they actually agreed with me. Like, I was mind blown that they would admit that on camera. You can see the video. Let me. You can watch the video on your own time by going to the Professional Douche YouTube channel. Click videos, and then going down to fake news about a hate group. That's it. Again, you can watch it on your own time. The video, the name of the video is "I Spread Fake News About a Hate Group." It's good if I do say so myself. So feel free to watch it. Yeah, thank you all for your love and support. I appreciate your guys' donations. Hold on, let me give you guys an update. So we raised about 600 tonight. You guys all for your love and support. And until next time, guys, and a great rest of your night.